Yo guys, what's going on here? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Now in today's video, guys, I am going to be bringing you a lockdown coverage defense in Madden 22. Now quickly guys, before you head into today's video, if you guys have not checked out my two most recent videos, they are going to be in the top right of the screen right now in the card. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's move into the pre-play adjustments for this coverage defense. All right guys, so here we go. This is going to be the coverage defense. Now the play we're going to be working out of today is going to be the cover 3 sky show 4 play out of the nickel 3-3-5 odd formation. This is in the number of playbooks in the game. This includes the Dolphins, Giants, Jaguars, Patriots, and Ravens. It will be in the description if you guys do need it. But basically, we are going to be working out of this defense today. Now, what's so special about this defense is that it actually goes and, you know, the last part, it says cover 3 sky show 4. This means that it's going to be showing a cover 4, which will mean a 2 high safety look. Now, your opponent might get confused and think that it is a cover 2, which is actually what we want them to think. Now, I just want to, you know, make a quick note on that. Now, in terms of the first thing, which is going to be your coaching adjustments, you want to make sure that your curl flats for your zone drops are on 20 yards and then your hard flats are on 5 yards, as we're going to be using both zones in this defense. Now, finally, we're going to move on here to the personnel. So how to do this, you can either go ahead and when you're hovering over the play on next gen or the formation on next gen, press the Y button and that'll bring up this screen. If you're on current gen, you got to hover over the formation and press the right bumper button. And then you can also do this right before the game. I think in Ultimate Team, you go to the specialist screen and then you should have sub linebacker. We can go ahead and sub in linebackers or sub in safeties at linebacker. And then also if you are just about to get into a head-to-head game, you can go ahead and you can go to the depth chart and then it should be under sub linebacker. And it's just a much more efficient way, but I'm just going to show this way as well. Basically just go and put safeties at linebacker. This is just such a simple tip, but it is a little bit overlooked, and this is a very, very important tip as this will give you more speed and agility and a better ability to pick off passes on defense and, you know, user picks. So just go ahead and sub in safeties at linebacker, and then also make sure that these corners on the outside are your best corners. So I have Jalen Ramsey on the right side and I have Darius Williams on the left. So pretty much once again, the play is going to be this cover 3 sky show 4 out of the nickel 3-3-5 odd formation. In the description, I have put all the playbooks that this is in. But now let's go ahead and let's move into the first setup for this defense. All right guys, so here we go. This is going to be setup number 1 right here for this defense. Now this is going to be a little bit of a blitz. What you're going to do is the first adjustment you're going to make is you're going to press your defense, which is going to be Y and down on that left stick. Basically, it's going to bring your DBs down. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to shade our coverage over the top, which is Y and up on the right stick. This is going to help you not get beat on streaks and other deep routes when you're going ahead and playing press coverage. And then what you're going to do is you're going to blitz your user, which is going to be A and down the right stick. You want to user any of the 2 guys that are the fastest. So I believe Burgess is the fastest out of the 2 safeties I subbed in. So we're going to be using him here. And this is going to give you more speed and agility. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slant our defensive line outside, which is left in the D-pad, up on the right stick. And then finally, we are going to be taking this player who is blitzing off the left side, and we're going to motion him in just like this. We'll have him like right here. I'd say right on the hash marks is pretty good. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is with your player, you want to stand in this gap right here, like I'm doing. So between the center and the left guard, and you're going to want to strafe. Now, how to do that is you're going to be holding the left trigger. Now, what this does is it can glitch the running back if my opponent's blocking a running back, or I believe a tight end. It could possibly glitch. I think it's just the running back, but basically it will glitch them to the point where they might not pick up the blitzing player. So this might be a very good look for you to go and bring pressure on your opponent. So basically, we're just going to hike the ball. You see right there, we strafe, then we, go back in coverage, and boom, pressure just came through so quickly. Now, it came off the right side, but basically right there, the reason why I like to strafe in that situation is because it makes the offensive line think that you're rushing 5 guys when really you're only rushing 4, which is going to be the 3D lineman in the 1 corner blitzing off the edge. So you'll get better block sheds doing that. So basically, once again, the setup, you're going to press, shade over the top, blitz your user, slant defensive line outside, bring this user player in until he's on the hash marks, and then you're going to stand in this gap right here, and you're going to strafe. So I'll do it one more time. Hike the ball. You see right there, we strafe, and then we're going to duck out really quickly, and as you can see, boom, 2 guys got free that time and just absolutely destroyed Tom Brady. But now, guys, we're going to be moving into the second setup. All right, guys, so here we go. This is going to be setup number 2 right here. Now, what we are going to do with this is we're first going to be pressing our defense, then we're going to be shading our coverage over the top, blitz your user, and slant your defensive line outside. This is going to be the same steps for all 3 of the setups that I am going to show today, because we want to give our opponent the same look every single time, but switch up our coverages. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go and we're going to be putting this user player in a man coverage assignment, or the blitzing corner off the left side in a man coverage assignment. Now, this is going to depend on who he's aligned with. So you see right here how this corner is aligned with number 81, Rochelle. He is lined up with Antonio Brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him on man coverage with Antonio Brown. So we're just going to double tap the Y button for the individual defensive back adjustments. We're going to press the Y button again, as that is the player that's blitzing. And then we're going to flick the right stick up for man coverage, and we're going to be pressing the Y button. Now, you can also go ahead and man him up on BNX, but it's just a safer bet to go ahead and man him up on anybody on the person that he's lined up with. So basically, once again, you want to go ahead and you want to strafe and get in the gap. The reason why is you want to give your opponent the thought that you're blitzing when in actuality you're not. And actually are going to be rushing 4 guys, so you're going to be rushing 5. So I actually sort of messed up that last part. So basically, you'll be rushing 5 guys, but the offensive line will think you're rushing 6. There you go. So basically, what we're going to do, we're just going to hike the ball. See right here, we strafe. We actually make a little contact with the offensive lineman, but you're seeing that the pressure came in so quickly, and there really was not much open. Now, I will say, though, if you have your zone drop set like I told you to in the coaching adjustments, you might have to go and cover the flats a little bit. But really, other than that, it's a really lockdown defense. So nothing really should be open. And also, it depends on what abilities you have too. If you have like 1 step ahead, for example, on this slot player, then he's going to do better in man. You pretty much just get the gist of it. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo right here. But basically, once again, press shade over the top, and we're gonna slant defensive line outside, and then we are going to be throwing this player into a man coverage assignment, blitz our user. And yeah, it's not showing up, so that's nice. So here we go. What we're going to do, see right there, we strafe. We're going to back out a little bit, and then you see right there, boom, pressure comes in. Really nothing was open on that play. But now, guys, we're going to be moving into the third and final setup. All right, guys, so here we go. So this is going to be the third and final setup. What we are going to be doing with this play is we're first going to be pressing our defense. Then we're going to shade over the top, slant our defensive line outside, blitz our user. You can really do it in any order. Then we're going to be putting the Y cornerback here. We're going to throw him into a hard flat, which is double tapping the Y button, pressing his icon, which is Y, and flicking that left stick to the left. And then what we're going to do is we are going to be throwing this right side defensive lineman right here into a hard flat as well. So we're going to double tap the left D-pad. We're going to be pressing the icon, which is going to be the B button in this case, and we're going to be flicking the left stick to the left. So pretty much right here, we're going with a double Mabel on the left side, as well as just a hard flat on this right side. Now, you can go ahead, you could throw him into a curl flat if you wanted to. It really just depends on what your opponent is hitting you with. If you see he's going to the flats a little bit more, then just cover the flats. And if you see he's going to crossers and all that, go ahead and just put him in a curl flat, which is going to be flicking the left stick to the right. So something like this. But we're just going to throw him into a hard flat for the purpose of this. And basically, we're just going to go, once again, stand right there, and we're just going to strafe, and then we're just going to try and cover everything that we can, come back down, cover B. Now, unfortunately, the only caveat to this defensive setup is that you will only be rushing 3 guys, so you're really just got to hope that you get some good sheds and a sack. So, guys, that is going to pretty much do it here for today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. Let's stretch us 5 likes. You guys are awesome. Take care, but most importantly, stay classy.